Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codeforces problem chat order. I just want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people who are preparing for their Java J2 interviews and their coding interviews. On my channel, you will find a lot of solved coding problems which are taken from previously asked interview questions by big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Yahoo, and many others. And those are selective problems in the sense that they are selected to constitute important coding questions varieties such as dynamic programming, binary search tree problems, graph problems, DFS, BFS matrix related problems, as well as problems related to linked list and strings. So if you are preparing for any coding interviews or Java J2 interviews, then please subscribe to this channel. This channel can definitely help you in your Java J2E interview preparation and coding interview preparation. So please subscribe it. So let's look into the chat order problem. Polycarp is a big lover of killing time in social networks. A page with a chat list in his favorite network is made so that when a message is sent to some friend, his friend's chat rises to the very top of the page. The relative order of the other chat doesn't change. If there was no chat with his friend before, then a new chat is simply inserted to the top of the list. Assuming that the chat list is initially empty, given sequence of Polycarpus's messages, make a list of chats after all his messages are processed. Assume that no friend wrote any message to Polycarpus. So if you look at the input that is given to us, it gives us like n is number of Polycarpus messages, right? So these are the Polycarpus messages. So for example, here 4 messages, and these are the order of these messages, right? Next, n lines enlist the message recipients in the order in which the messages were sent. So the name of each recipient, a participant, is a non-empty sequence of lowercase English letters of length at most 10. So these are the constants and these are the inputs given. So for example, if you look at the first example that is given here, let me make this big. So he is sending message to, first message is sent to Alex, then Ivan, then Roman, and then Ivan, right? So he sent 4 messages. So now chat list always maintains the order, right? So the last message will be on the top. So if you look at this one, this is the last message he sent, right? So this will be on the top, as you can see in the output, Ivan. Then Roman will be there after Ivan. Roman is there. After that Ivan is there, but it is skipped, right? Because he already sent another message which is newer than the previous message, right? So we will not consider this Ivan, right? And then we will consider Alex as the next, correct? So this is how the chat list order will appear, because the newest message that he sent will be on the top. So newest is Ivan, then Roman. Then we will not consider Ivan because he sent a message which is newer, right? So we will consider this newer message. We will ignore this older message, and then we will put Alex here. So this is how uh, this is what the problem is of the chat order. So we have to this input is given to us and we have to print this output, right? So let's go on to the whiteboard and let's this is another example, a little bigger example that they gave us. So I just took the bigger example. So what we will be doing here is we will use a linked hash set. This is one of the Java APIs, and it is what is important in this than other hash set classes is it maintains the insertion order, right? So whenever so if you go to the API also, this is the linked hash set, right? This is Java util linked hash set API. So first thing you will notice that it's hash table and linked list implementation of set interface, right? And this is very important with predictable iteration order. So it means that whatever insertion we have made, it is predictable here, right? So it means that it keeps the insertion order basically. So we will be using this API, this linked hash set to solve this problem. So what we will do, this is the input that is given to us, right? This is the input that is given to us. So we will take this input and we will go from bottom to top, right? we will go in this direction. So we will first and keep inserting the elements in the linked hash set, right? Because linked hash set maintains the order. So I will just abbreviate it, like I will just write A for Alina, M for Maria, E for Ecterna, and D for Daria, right? So so how the set will work, let's say, right? So uh, so we will start iterating through this array of strings from bottom to top. So first we will iterate this Elena, right? Elena is A, so we will just insert A here, right, into our linked hash set. Then Maria will be there, this Maria, right? So Maria we will insert M, correct? And then Ecterna will be there, so we will just write E for Ecterina. And then for Daria we will write D for Daria here. So we are inserting into linked hash set, right? Now when Daria is coming again, it will be ignored, right? Because there is already entry for Daria here. So when Ecterina will come here, then Ecterna already entry is there, right? So we will not make any other entry now. If Maria is here, Maria is also already there in the linked hash set, so linked hash set will not make any entry here, right? And then for Elena A also is there already here into the linked hash set, so we will not make any entry because it's already there in the linked hash set, right? So this is the linked hash set we found after we went from top to bottom in the given input, and then we have to just print this linked hash set. So when we print this linked hash set, it will maintain the order, and the output we will get is Elena, then Maria, then Ecterina, and then Daria, right? So this is the order that we will get, and as you can see, this is what we want actually, right? So Elena will come first, then Maria, then Ecterina, and then Daria, right? Because those are the in the order, right? This is the first, like on the top, because this is the last message he sent, so that will be on the, that will appear on top. So the output should be Elena, Maria, Ecterina, and Daria. So let's just look at the given example here. So this is the example that we were discussing. So as you can see, Elena, Maria, Ecterina, and Daria. So this is what the output we are getting with our logic also using linked hash set. So let's go to the Java code now. So this is fairly simple once you understand the logic, how we are going to implement it. So we just took this input, and the number of messages recipients is 8 here, and then we created linked hash set of strings. We went through the given input array A, and we went from top to bottom, right? So from top from bottom to top we went, right? So last element first, and then we are going towards 0, and we are adding it into the hash set, right? And after that we'll just like we convert that linked hash set into the object array because we want to print it, right? So we are just going through this array and we are just printing our linked hash set. So this is what we are doing. So this is a linked hash set, we are just printing this linked hash set, right? So that we will get the output. So this is the way. So one thing you can also see here is if you want to read about the API, you can just hover over here in the Eclipse and you can just click on this method. So it will take you to this method, right? So this is the hash set class, right? Hash set class, it's taking you. So like this you can check the APIs, right? In Eclipse, the Java API. And if you want to click here linked hash set, then it will take you to the linked hash set class, right? So you can check about the linked hash set also. So as you can see, this is the linked hash set class. So that is one thing you can take a look. So let's execute our code and make sure it works. So we are getting Elena, Maria, Ecterina, and Daria, right? And here also Elena, Maria, Ecterina, Daria, right? So we are getting correct output. So let's take let's comment this one and let's take a first example that they gave us, and we will just make sure that it works on the first example as well. So this is the first example they gave us, and the number of recipients are 4. So let's execute this one. So now we are getting Ivan, Roman, Alex. So here we are getting Ivan, Roman, Alex. So we are getting correct output. using our linked hash set logic. So this is the way we can solve Codeforces problem chat order. So it's important to understand the Java APIs, so you will know what Java are like data structures and APIs to use to solve certain problems. In this case, linked hash set is very useful to solve these kind of problems because it maintains the insertion order. So we used it to solve this problem of chat order. If you are new to my channel, I have a playlist dedicated to Codeforces problem. It has a lot of Codeforces solved problems explained with examples and Java code. If you are preparing for code interviews or simply want to learn Java concepts, then you can go through those coding examples. They will be very useful. There is another very big playlist called as LeetCode and LeetCode Solutions on my channel, which has over 200 solved different varieties of coding problems. And those are selective problems which were previously asked by many big tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Yahoo, and many others. So if you go through it and practice it, it will definitely give you a lot of help in your interview preparation and coding interview preparation. There is another playlist called as Java interview that discusses about frequently asked telephonic Java interview questions, and how to answer those questions is also discussed there. It also discussed about Java architecture related questions and Java API related, collection related questions, string related questions as well. So you can go through those videos and playlist. Um, if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for us because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in understanding the coding problems and how to solve the coding problems using Java. They can look into these solved coding problems and learn from those coding problems about how to approach different problems, how to build the logic, and what data structures of Java are useful to solve different coding question varieties. Because the main goal of the channel is to help as many people as possible who need help in their coding question solving as well as in their Java J2 interviews. So if you find this video helpful, if you like how it is explained with whiteboarding examples and Java code, please give it a like. If you have any questions, write it down the below description, and share this video with your friends and colleagues, and thanks for watching the video.